Hey everyone, so this is going to be a little video series I'm going to be doing just on 3D printer that I'm building. So I'm building a RepRap 3D printer. It is a Prusa i3, the Rework version, which is slightly adapted based on the Einstein variant. You can find all that sort of information. I'll post some links down below about what that is. You can have a look at that if you want. So today I'm just doing a video because I've received all the electronics that I bought. Here in Australia they're a little hard to get locally. A lot of our electronics, we don't have anything like a Radio Shack, sort of thing like that. Has gone mainly to selling just TVs and things like that, so there's not many places. So I managed to find a place on eBay that's got all the equipment, so I'm going to have a look today to see if that's all pretty good quality stuff. It's just here behind me. And yeah, so let's get stuck in. I'll also post a link down to their site, or their eBay store, so if anyone wants to look at that. So I guess I'll just start pulling all the parts out now. So it came in 2 packages. I bought quite a lot from this guy. So the first package, I believe in this package is going to be the heat bed glass that I need. So let's just pull this out here and have a look. Okay, so pretty well packaged so far. Just cut all this open. Yeah, as I said, I believe this is the heat bed glass. Like I said, I bought a number of things from this seller. He had a lot of things that I'm going to need for this 3D printer, and as I said, I'm going to do this whole thing. I'm going to show me building it and everything like that, so it's pretty good. So, yep, there's the heat bed glass. So it's a bit dirty, that's fine. Edges are a little rough, but that's fine, you know, it's going to serve its purpose. I'll give that a good clean up when I'm ready to use it, and I'll be coating that in Kapton tape. So that's great. A lot of guys don't use the glass. They'll just go straight on the heat bed. Some guys. It really depends. Some guys don't use a heated bed either. I'm going to be using one just because, from everything I've read about it, it just functions a bit better. You get the print to stick to the bed, so the glass just helps you unstick it, and the Kapton tape helps it to stick to there. But yeah, you can find all that sort of information on that. I'm pretty sure the RepRap site has got some information on that. The forums have got plenty of information. So let's get stuck into this next box. So this will have every other part. I'm glad that the seller actually put that in the glass in a separate bag. It's really good of him to do that. Okay, so first thing we have, very nicely wrapped in bubble wrap. This is really good. I'm glad that the seller actually did me a bit of a discount for buying everything all in bulk as well, so I was really pleased with that. And I mean, he seems to have wrapped this all extremely well. So far, very pleased, very pleased. So, okay. So let's see. Is that unwrapping properly? No, it is not. That's fine. May have to just get this. Very good. So, here we have the heat bed, as you can see here. This is very good quality, this heat bed. I like that it's got, you know, it's got a bit of Kapton tape just over here, so nothing can short that out. And so the things stay nice and good. Don't corrode and whatnot. That's really nice. You've got the slot just here in the middle, right here. So that's where I'm going to chuck my thermistor in there to detect the temperature. I like that it's got these little rubber sleeves on the edges. So yeah, that'll help protect the glass as well, and this from and protect this itself from the glass. So that's actually really good. So we'll check that out. Oh, here's the also in there. Here is the thermistor. So that is going to, as I said, that is going to go just up in here. So that'll just peek through, and it'll be wide in there. So that'll touch the glass, and it'll get a good temperature readout from that. And then it will, once it's all heated up, then the print will go. So check that back in there. Just put this over here. Oh, dropping that. Put that back on a bit. Okay, so all the various wires I'm going to need, and it looks like they've actually got the little connectors on the ends that I'm going to need. I actually went out and bought some from just our local hardware. So I went out and bought some of these. I wasn't sure whether he would be having the connectors on there, so these are just so I can connect everything to the wires to the PCB boards. So you just here you can see that just there. So you chuck your wires in there, then shove that into this section here, and put on this side here, and then that's what you connect to your board. So I'm glad I don't have to use them. They were only 35 cents or something each, which really good price on that. So I'll use them for something else. I don't know their one, but that's cool. So all the wires, and he provides us. So he does a pack. It's got most of the stuff you'll need. Doesn't have everything. The power supply doesn't come with that, but it comes with a lot of things. So I bought a couple of extra things. I think it's $295 plus $20 postage for the pack. And then I bought some extra stuff on top of that, and he combined it all. Only cost me an extra $8 for postage. I ordered that on Sunday, and it's arrived today. So 2 days, and I've got it all. So absolutely great. I'm happy about that. So let's grab this box back up here. What else? So he gives you a just a USB cable. That's a USB A to USB B. It says here high quality. I can see that it's a shielded cable, so that's really nice. It's a shielded cable. I don't know how often I'll be using this. Of course, I'll be using it from time to time, but I've actually got an SD RAM pin here as well, so that's what's going to be used. Now these are hard to come by from an Australian seller, so this is really great. So these are your these connect to your Z-axis. Just there, they go down the bottom there, and you screw those on there. Most of these you got to find out at China if you want to get a quick delivery here to Australia, but otherwise the quality's not going to be that good. These look, very decent quality, so I'm quite happy with this. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. These you can get them from America or the UK, but to find an Australian seller with these that's great. All right, what do we have here? Grab my knife, trusty knife. Let's get in here. Oh, and look at that. So, now I didn't know he would be doing this, but he's provided some of those just like I had went and bought. So, that's really nice of him. I didn't know he was going to be doing that. And here we have, so that is for the end stop kit. So, what I have here is I've got 2 end stops. I won't take them out because they're in a nice little packaging right now. But what I've got here, so you've got 2 end stops, and they're just your standard switch style ones. And then I've got a high precision magnetic one, and so that's going to be used for my Z-axis for the table. What that allows is really good precision. The RepWrap one doesn't actually call for that. A lot of guys don't use it, and they'll just manually do it and take a bit of time. This is really good because it's so precise. So precise that I really think for the extra, I think it was an extra $5 or so on top of the price, to get something as high precision as that for your Z-axis, got to do it. Absolutely have to do it. Here is my Kaplan tape. Grab my knife again. So, Kaplan tape. Now, a lot of guys are using just your standard Scotch glue or frog tape. So it's you'll see that if you look at anybody else's video. So you'll see what that is. That's your painter's tape. Some guys use masking tape. I wouldn't recommend that. From what I've seen, it doesn't really work too well. As masking tape heats up, it bakes the glue onto the glass, and just it'd be a pain to clean. The blue tape and the green tape wouldn't be as bad, but you still have to replace it quite often. And if you're trying to scrape your print job off of the table, the glass, you're going to have some issues with that. So I really don't recommend it. I would say go out, get yourself some Kaplan tape. It's going to be worth it. And if you're making your own extruder, I haven't got the extruder. I'm going to order that from the UK or America. And if you're going to be putting it together yourself, you really need to get this. You don't want to be skimping. You really just want to get this stuff. You're going to be able to use it on your heat bed glass. You need to get this stuff. It's the best stuff out there. It's not cheap, but you're building a 3D printer. It's not cheap in itself anyway. You might as well just go all the way and get something good quality, Now, what else? Okay, so we've got a little switch. So it gives us a switch, which is nice. Let's take some. There's a little IEC with a switch on top of that. It's nice. I didn't even know that was part of the kit. Nice to see that that's part of the kit. So we have 4 springs. So they are going to go between the heat bed and the glass, just to stabilize everything. Or the heat bed and the mount, just to stabilize it. So that's really nice. A lot of guys don't use this. They just use some nuts and bolts, maybe with some washers. That's fine as well. I just think have it nice and stabilized with a couple of springs. It's just for a couple of dollars. Why not? Why not do it? Okay, so we have some more wire. So this is your heat bed wire. Right? So this is your thermistor tube. This is the stuff that I'm going to connect to the heat bed thermistor and the wire. So it's we've got a little bit in here as well. Here's your thermistor tube. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it in there, but just this little bit in here. See that little one? Yeah, that's the one that's the heat bed tube. There's 2 of those in there. No, sorry, your thermistor tube. So 2 of those in there. And the hob bolt for the extruder. Now these are also pretty hard to find somebody with these in Australia. So you can't just go down to your local hardware store. They just will not stock this. Not at all. You're not going to find it. You may find it at a specialty bolt store or something like that. I saw you had it. I thought, well, I'm not going to bother going and trying to find someone to do that. I'll just get it from him. Just break all that out. It's being stubborn, doesn't want to come out. So, as you can see there is the hob, hobbing on it. So that is extremely important. You need that. Yeah, if you can find good quality ones of these, you just get good quality stuff all over. In general, you really don't want to skimp on quality. Don't go buying cheap Chinese stuff. It's not going to be worth it. You're going to be replacing it later. You may get problems if you buy your hot ends, your extruders and stuff. If you buy them cheap, they're not going to perform as well. Pulley. That is to control motion of the heat bed. So, you know, also do not skimp on the quality of these. These are pretty decent quality on this one. Just take it out, have a look. Yeah, it seems pretty decent quality. You know, it feels good. It looks pretty good. There's no, you know, no burrs or anything. It's pretty good quality. So again, don't skimp on quality. That's the main thing I can say. Don't skimp on quality. Okay, so what's in here? I think this will be important. Download the driver files before connecting device to your computer. So this is the Torino power board. Very important that you get one of these. Got a little fan there. Got some little grub screws in there. Good Allen key. It's nice to get that. He sends you a little ceramic screwdriver. So this is important for when you're playing with your adjusting any of your step sticks is what I call. If you're adjusting any of that, this is important. You don't want to short out your board, so you want to use one of these. So, you can use this, or you can use a insulated. Pretty much going to be the same thing. It's not going to be too much of a deal. So here's my pulleys. They are GT220s. Maybe you can see. It's not really going to focus too well by the looks of it. No, okay, so GT220s. So this is the pulley. So this is for that pulley cable. And the 20 tooth, I would say you don't want to go over 22 teeth. 22 seems to be what everyone's saying is the max. And definitely don't go below 18 teeth. So 20 seems to be a good one. You can get these in 18, 20, and 22. Some manufacturers make them higher, some manufacturers make them lower. I'd say stay away from it. Go for 20, 18, 20, or 22, and you'll be fine. Don't go any lower because you're just not going to have that finite control, and your print quality is going to suffer as a result of it. And we'll open this. Oh, something fell out from there. So just tiny little heat sinks as well. So that they go on the step motors, or the step sticks, sorry, for the drivers for the step motor. And here are the step. This is the SD control. So you can see, so that'll plug in, and that lets me just take a print or take a 3D file, take it straight to my printer. I could have a number of them on there, and I can control it, and that way it's not connected to my computer. This is going to be set up in my garage downstairs, and I'm going to be upstairs, so it's going to be a bit of a difficult thing. I mean, I've got my MacBook that I can take down there if I wanted and connect it up, but I don't think I'm going to do that too much anyway. Let's grab this out just carefully. Okay, well, so this is the whole thing assembly. He's actually built that as well. I did not expect him to be doing that. Okay, so that's definitely pretty nice. I did not think that he would be doing that at all. I really did not. So that's a nice thing. You know, that saves me some time. You know, that's just great. So here you've got your Torino board down the bottom, and here you've got your ramps board up the top. This is your power board. So this is what will connect. So you'll connect all the power up in here. Let's get this way. So here and here, your main power inputs, along with here. Sorry, these are outputs, power outputs. So this will go to one of them. You'll be running a fan. One you'll be running an extruder, and you can also run a secondary fan or a second extruder. I will be using this later to run a second extruder. So I will be modifying my printer later. For now, it's only going to have the one extruder. Later, I'll be having two. really nice that he's had that built. Very cool. Put this back in here. I don't want it shorting out or anything. So that's another thing. I mean, right now I'm not using an earthing strap for my wrist or anything. I've had enough experience handling electronics that I feel I'm okay to. But really, I would recommend if you're going to be doing this, go get an earthing strap if you're not 100% with it. The main thing is you just got to be really careful. Try not, shuffle your feet around and build up an electric charge, because if you get some static, that runs through that. That's it. It's kaput. It's gone. So I'll tidy that all up. Put that back properly later. Go over there. Alright, and we got another box here, so let's see. I like that he sends everything in these nice little boxes. That's really good. I mean, I'm going to be able to use these boxes later as well. They're good quality little boxes. It's a really nice touch. A really nice touch. So, in the kit, he includes an SD card. He doesn't have to do that, really. I've got plenty of them lying about, but it's just a nice little touch, That's a nice little touch. So what's wrapped up in here? Okay, so I did not buy any of these. I was not sure if I would need it. But maybe I do. Maybe I do. So I'm kind of glad he's given this. So I should be able to use that if I need to. Another little thing. I did not even know that that was coming in the pack. So just something nice, This guy obviously knows. He's built a couple of these, And he knows what he's doing. It's a nice touch that he's just chucking in these little extras that, maybe a beginner would just completely overlook. Okay, now, here we have. I was not going to be buying one of these originally. Originally, I was just going to deal with plugging it into my computer, originally. But, as I said, I found his pack, and, he gives it. So, what's that got? It's got the SD on the back. So, yeah, he gave me the SD controller there, which was a really nice little touch. But that takes a micro SD, so I can use that to actually program my board or whatever, it'll be used. But here we have a little potentiometer sort of thing. I'm not a potentiometer. So it's just a little toggle switch, so I can scroll through. It'll run through the files that it finds on there. Got a little button, a little stop button here, which is pretty nice, and the screen, of course. So this will allow me to run my printer without the computer. I don't have to worry about the computer crashing. I don't have to worry about any of that. It all runs off of the printer. The printer is standalone. So if I want a standalone, brilliant. This is what this is for. So I'm really glad I got that. As I said, he had the pack, and it came with it. So I thought, yeah, that's great. I'll upgrade my plans. And it actually ended up being cheaper than sourcing the parts individually, like I was originally going to do. So I think I got all of this for $420, and it's still more coming. So $420. That's shipped to me in 2 days. So amazingly fast. I'm really happy with that. All right. So what do we have in here? I think this will probably, by the weight of it, maybe this is the power supply. I think. Now I could have gone to my local electronics shop. Unfortunately, they don't sell lots of stuff, but could have gone there and gotten a power supply. They do sell power supplies, so I definitely could have gone there. It was definitely an option, but he had it, and this is it's a switching power supply, so I can switch it back and forth between 110 or 220. So, it's great if I was in America, I could have it there, or if I was running some weird little transformer setup where I was running things on 110, I could do that. But no, I don't need to worry about that. It's all being run on 240 volt. It's got a little manual in there. Have a bit more information about it. I'm not sure how many watts this is putting out, but just to put it into perspective, this was not much money, really. I think this was about $40, and for something of the same quality at my local electronics shop, they're going to charge me about $125, maybe $160. So to get this at this price, I'm actually amazed. It looks pretty decent quality. I'm sure it's just something from China, but you know, power supply, I'm not too worried about. I've got plenty of power supplies lying around that I could use. I thought, well, might as well get something new. And then I know it's new. If it's no good, I'll replace it later for $40. Not that bad. And finally, we've got one last box. One last box. So I'll cut this open. Let's have a look in here. I commend this guy for his packing. This is just stunning. It's great. I mean, I've had plenty of things come to me over time, and they're just terrible. But this is really good. Okay, so more of these. That's great. More of those. I'm really glad he has more of those. You know, it's a really nice touch. I mean, I'm sure I won't need all of them that he sent, but yeah. So here we have our NEMA stepper motors. So you need 5 of these. So we've got 5 here, 5 of them. Some guys have done it with 4. I think 5 is a better option. Prusa calls for 5 anyway. One to control each of you. One to control your extruder. There is space on the board to put an extra one, so I will be getting an extra one later when I get a second extruder. One to control the y-axis, 1 to control the x-axis, and 2 to control the z-axis. And that's important because the z-axis has got to be so precise that having one central, it might wobble. So having 2 on the sides with a stepper motor for each one, that's the way to go. You know? So, as I said, that's all the parts now. Unfortunately, I can't really start building anything at the moment. I'm still waiting on a couple of parts. I'm trying to find a local laser cutting place that will provide me the aluminium frame and the aluminium heat bed mount for a decent price. I mean, at the moment, it's looking like it's actually going to be cheaper for me just to import it from the UK. There's a guy I can get it from in the UK that'll land it in the country about $150. I could just, you know, have it laser cut in wood, but I want it laser cut in aluminium just for quality purposes. You know, I just want it to be nice, sturdy, do things right the first time. That's the main thing, do things right the first time. So I'm having a look, see if I can find anywhere. I've managed to find a local steel distributor that I'm able to get high quality, smooth and threaded rod from. Now that's an important thing. You need to really have a think about where you're going to get that from. You want to look at with a smooth rod especially. You're going to be running bearings on it, so the steel needs to be hard enough to withstand it. Now, if you just go and get stainless from somewhere, or just standard steel, and you're not careful about how it's been manufactured, sure, they may say, okay, it's 304 or it's 316 steel, stainless steel. That's great. That's what you want. I would personally, for me, I would personally go 316, but that's because I live near the coast, so there's a lot of salt in the air. So that's the difference. 304 is if you're living in not too humid an environment and there's not much salt in the air, let's go with 304. That's fine. But if you're near the coast like I am, get the 316. It's resistant to that. It's so it's not going to rust as easily as 304 will. I know stainless is not supposed to rust, but I mean stainless does rust and you need to oil it. But as I said, the shafts, the smooth rod, it needs to be hard enough. So if it's a milled finish steel, it's not going to be hard enough. You need cold formed steel. You need something that's going to be strong. It needs to be extremely strong. Yes, that means it's going to be brittle, but that doesn't matter because you're not going to be putting any lateral force on the bar. It is all you're going to be having is a bearing running up and down. But what happens is if you don't get a hard enough bar, you'll get grooves in there. Then you'll have to replace the bar later. And to some that might not be an issue. To me that is. I'd rather just do it right the first time. So I need to get that. I need to get all the bearings. There's a place I can order them in from America, pretty cheap, about $30 landed for that. All the miscellaneous nuts and bolts, I need to get those. What else do I need to get? That, I think, is actually... Oh, and of course, the 3D printed parts. Now, that's probably one of the places you can skimp on if you want. I'm probably not going to, just because I don't want to. There's a guy I can get it from here in the country for about $45, but by the look of the pictures, his printer doesn't pop out the best quality. Either that, or he's just not printing out the best quality. Which, to me, just, why bother, you know? There's a couple of guys in America that I've found, and a couple of guys in the UK that can print the parts, and the quality, the pictures that I've seen of what they're printing, quality is really good. So I think I'm rather going to spend the extra $30 or $40. So, no, it's double the price, but get it in from them. Good quality parts. And then I'll print an entire set of replacement parts in case any of it breaks or whatever, using my printer. So what you can do is, you know, get the parts that aren't that great quality and then print yourself good quality ones. You can do that. It's completely up to you what you do. But anyway, that's enough from me. It's about a half-an-hour video. So thanks for watching, and you can stay tuned. I will be recording as I put this together. I probably will actually take that Torino board and the ramps board apart, take all the step sticks off of it, and I'll put it together. I'll do it on video so that everybody can see. So anybody who wants to have a look at a step-to-step process of how to build your own 3D printer, I will be building the Prusa i3 Rework. I'll post a link to that down the bottom. So yeah, thanks for watching. It's starting to rain here, but anyway, thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more, you know, like this video, subscribe if you want. You don't have to. I'm doing this mainly for my own purposes. But thanks for watching. Have a good day. Hey.